Welcome to Because We Said So, the podcast where Anissa and Jess dive into the beautiful chaos of motherhood, careers, and all the stuff in between. For the next 20 minutes, let's just hang out.
Welcome to Because We Said So. It's Jess and Anissa time on your Thursday. It's almost summer here in the Northeast. I know in California it's like 80 already, but we're getting excited for it. And I just don't know. I woke up this morning to a lovely text from you. You are amazing and I love you. What do I owe the honor of said message? What is it?
I think I have a new person in my life who is just like always validating me and telling me how amazing I am. And I was like, wait a second, I need to do this for other people. And so it's just me going to bed, sitting on the toilet, looking at my text messages, thinking, you know what? I just want Jessica to know how amazing she is. I know she was so stressed out this week and everything came together for her. And it's because she deserves the world. You know what I mean?
You know, I really appreciate it. And, you know, when somebody does something nice to you and you pay it forward, that's very nice. People should do more of that, you know, and I'm going to return the favor because I believe you are amazing as well.
Hi. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I also like how you're in both backgrounds right now. Like
It's
you're in the
like
work
too
background
sunny.
and the Because We Said So background.
It's too
The
sunny
mauve and
for
the
me
blue.
here in California, and I just need to be in a tiny apartment, somewhere cold in the rain. That's
Gotcha.
the mood.
Just
That's
come
the
to New
vibe. Look at
York.
the sweater. Yeah.
Just come to New York because it's still cold and rainy here in April. April showers bring me flowers, but like, oh my God, there comes a time where like, just stop it. What are you spraying on your face? What is this?
You spray this stuff on your face. Have you ever?
The
This is like
Mario. So yeah, I know
Mario.
that stuff.
This stuff just makes me feel like reset, Just
Now
I
you're
look like I went in the
glossy.
rain now.
She's spraying her face for the people that can't see. What is it called? Facial what?
Facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender.
Delicious.
I mean, doesn't
I
it
saw
just
some
seem
pictures of you online in your little checkered blue two-piece, brunching it up. What did you do this
adorable?
weekend? Tell me.
Oh my God. First of all, I just want to say when you don't have your kids, but you're not on vacation, the weekend is so long.
Yeah.
I know that I'm on the other end of it now of where you are in life. You're like, after the weekend, I need a weekend. But
Yeah, I
this
still
was
need
the
that day
first,
in between Sunday and Monday, for sure.
but I just felt like, okay, like how many more times can I go to the gym? I can't keep eating out. I've already eaten out like 4 times. Like,
I've already had 18,000 snacks.
yeah, like I gave my number to like 3 people. Okay. I was outside. Catch me outside. And then every single person that texted me, I said, I'm just kidding, not actually dating. I'm sorry. I was nervous.
Wait, you said someone hit on you at the gym. Did you talk back to them? Did you get their number?
No, so that guy hit on me at the gym, but in a weird way because he made my nephew feel uncomfortable. There was a new guy at the gym because we were there. We're there every day. I'm out here at the gym. Okay. I live there.
Same.
Um, and so now there was a new guy and he was very nice, but I think I was just like,
Scared?
goodbye.
Scared and
No,
bewildered?
yeah. Like, I can't imagine actually meeting up with someone. I'm like we met out in the wild. I eat out a lot alone when I don't have my kids. That's what I do. So I always like chit chat with people. I like to like, we owned a restaurant and I used to, my first job in a restaurant. Like, I just love the shop talk. If I'm going to dinner though, because like we went to brunch. Me and my friend went to brunch and she was like, can we just sit at the bar? And I was like, I don't want to sit at the bar when I'm enjoying myself because then I
You want
become
to
part of the
chill. You
staff.
want a chair. You
Yeah.
want a table. You want someone to bring you things. Like you want
Yes.
the
And
whole
yes.
experience of dining out.
Yes.
Right?
And there was a girl that
Yes.
we sat right next to who looked like Nicole Richie. She had a Louis Vuitton like dog carrier and a little like free people dress. And she had this brand new Pomeranian that was a week old. So we had
Cute.
cocktails with them and they were so cute. And then we went to a bookstore and bought some cute books for the kids, and we just like wandered around town. And then we went and got massages at the walk-in because we didn't plan for it. And then we went to the pool. We worked out and went to the pool. It was just like a day. Then we went home and watched a foreign film. I made her watch a movie in French. She was so mad because I fell asleep.
You have to read the subtitles.
But it was so beautiful, and the outfits, and apparently it was a weird storyline, and like the brother and sister were like into each other. She was like, I cannot believe you made me watch this.
She could have turned it off when you fell asleep.
But it was so pretty. It was like in the French Riviera. It was like gorgeous. Okay. And then the next day, I think we just did the gym again. And then we went sauna. She literally cried in the sauna. She was like,
I cried in the sauna today too. And I have to tell you, I'm really liking the saunaing of it all. Like I now sauna for 5 minutes before my workout and 15 minutes after my workout. And it's like a whole thing, the sauna people.
yeah. Wait, why did you cry in the sauna?
I cried in the sauna today because it's like official and we're moving and like in 90 days I'm going to live somewhere else. And I'm just like feeling all the feels. Like New York has been my home my whole life. And my kids and us like have a bubble and of where they go to school and where we could do this and where we do that and our family and like that's all going to change and it's very overwhelming and like I know it's the right thing but you still have all these feelings about it. Like I'm crying because like I'm leaving, you know, a lot of my husband's family and I'm leaving my sister and it's not like we're leaving them but we're just like, you know, we won't just be 30 minutes away or just be an hour away. So like that's overwhelming and you know, it's just I'm going to cry now. So I'm just going to stop talking about it, but it's going to be great. Once I get there and I get settled and I realize why I did all the things that I just did, like it will feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, like I can always come home. I'm going to visit. I'm going to create new traditions. Like I had a tradition with my father and growing up, like we've always had season tickets to the New York Giants and I've gone since I'm like 2 and I've brought Slater now twice and I haven't been able to bring Max because he's too young and doesn't sit still. But I'm going to create a tradition to bring them home with me during the season and take them to a game so that they know that because that's super important. And then we'll come home for like one of the holidays and then we'll come home and visit people in July because I'm going to still send them to like sleepaway camp up here. And it's very hot in Florida in July. So I'll figure it out. I'll figure out the new normal of it all. So like I was putting him into camp in Florida yesterday. I was like doing research of where to put him. And I was like, I had to call Josh and I was like, am I like, is this right? Like, am I checking out? Like, am I really sending him there? We're doing this though, right? I couldn't bring myself to check out. And I was like, all right, maybe I'll have the strength to do it tomorrow. And I just closed the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of know what
that's
you're
why I was
talking
crying in the
about
sauna.
because right before we moved and I like that feeling of enrolling the kids in the school and like forwarding the mail, you're like, wow, this is all going to happen. And you just roll through it. You don't even know how you're going to do it. But I mean, obviously my move was different because I hadn't been there my whole life. I was moving back to somewhere that I had lived my whole life. So it's a little different, but I I definitely have not lived anywhere very long for very long.
Right. Like I've never moved anywhere that was going to be for forever. Like I've moved places like for the summer or for college or for like I studied abroad in Italy for 4 months. I studied abroad in Spain for a month. I went to college in Rhode Island. Like I lived in, you know, in the city, even though that's still technically home. But I never like was like, I'm moving here and this is where I'm moving. You know?
Crazy.
But that's what's happening. And the people
what
that I have in
is
Florida
happening.
are so excited for me to move there.
Yeah.
So getting those text messages randomly
That's
throughout
good.
the day make me feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah. So fuzzy.
But wait, you sent me something else over the weekend. You were like, hi, Mr. Meyer, art teacher. The best, let's talk about our favorite teachers. And I was like,
Oh my
okay.
God, Mr. Meyer was the best. He was. He like saw me,
So
and I
your
feel
art
like everyone
teacher.
wrote me off in high school. Everyone wrote me off. I wore juicy suits and like
Same.
tie-dye bras, and yep, I was a real
I
anomaly,
never
you
had
know,
a
and
tie-dye
with a
bra.
cowboy boot. just really throw it all together.
Juicy suits with a cowboy boot.
I mean, not always, but maybe if there were shorts. Like it was a wild time. And also the shorts that I wore, I remember always getting in trouble and always having to pull them down because I was so tall.
I think like I wore them with the Steve Madden like platform sneakers. Remember those guys? That's definitely what I wore those juicy outfits with. Like everything was a Steve Madden platform in high school. That's the only thing that existed. Like the black boots, the sneakers, like that was the era of Steve Madden as well, for sure.
I need the whole outfit. I need the whole outfit right now.
I would
It's
still wear that
become
whole
clear
outfit.
in
I
my
saw
head.
someone in Coachella this past weekend wearing platform Converse high tops. I was like, yes, those are what I need. I mean, those shoes.
I saw a hot girl at the gym yesterday wearing high top Converse. She was so hot. She got into like super nice car, and I was like, what? Well, okay.
Wow.
So my friend, and this is my problem with my new friend that I've been working out with. She talks, no filter, no secrets, just out. And so she'll say, look at that girl. Look. And I'm like, okay, this is like an open, everyone can hear us. We'll be at the pool, and she's like, she's really into talking about my type right now because they all want me to go, like, they all want me to like wake up and not be like this anymore. And so she likes to talk about my type because she's known me for a long time. She's like, your type is someone who sits Indian style, you know? You can't throw a
What does
football,
that mean?
might like to make music or poetry.
No, you need someone with a 401k. Listen, I was listening to a podcast before and it was like who your best match should be and like what horoscope you should look at. Like so like I'm a Pisces, but apparently like I should be looking at if you type in if you're a Pisces and you're rising, you have to find out what your rising sign is and then that's the sign that you should follow.
My cat.
That's why
We have a
people
coworker
always
that's always
ask,
doing this to
right,
us.
right. That's why everyone always asks like, where were you born and what time were you born? So that you look at it. So now I figured out, I think I'm like an Aries rising. And then I was reading like all the things. And I was like, actually, that kind of makes sense being a Pisces with an Aries rising, which I still don't even understand what that means. But the things that were written seemed right.
Is it because it's
No, I don't know what Josh is. Josh is a Virgo. I don't know what time he was born or he was born. I didn't do him. I just did me. But it tells you what matches with those two things. Like what signs to look for. What horoscope sign, what zodiac signs to look for.
okay?
So you should do
Well,
that and then you should just wear it on a t-shirt.
let's be honest. I stayed the night at my girlfriend's house, and she brought me coffee in bed, and I said, I don't know. I think that this
I'm good
is
with this.
all that life is meant to be.
It is the little
I
things.
was so happy.
It is the little things. So you are wanting to date.
No, I'm not wanting to date. I think people around me see I've been had my kids for 4 days, and I am full of life, and I should stop asking the same girl to hang out.
Right. You should go
I
on a
don't.
date. You're being reintroduced in society as a mother, a woman, a career extraordinaire. So you gotta
A
just,
year. Give me a year. I just need a
yeah,
year. I think
yeah.
like maybe what she's really trying to say is like maybe throw in another girlfriend, but it's hard to find girlfriends around here in a small town that aren't like just no
It's hard to make
offense, but
new
like
friends at our
yeah,
age,
it's hard to make new
period.
friends in your
Yeah.
30s, and I don't have a lot in common with people in my specific area.
I feel like people in your age are still like without kids and single and bopping around.
Yeah. Or drowning in children right now the way I was a couple years ago. You know, like
Right.
a couple years ago
Right.
I'd been like, you want to hang out?
Like they're
Like
still
what?
babies. They're
Yeah,
still in
I'm
baby
sorry.
land.
One's
Yeah.
attached to my body right now.
Yeah, no, it's very hard. So there should be a friend app. Find a
I think there
friend. Here.
are, but like I'm also looking for like healthy influences in my life.
Yeah.
Like
I made a
because
lot of friends at the
I'm a health
gym.
kick.
Like my gym
Yeah.
girl gang is like on point. We take all the same classes.
Maybe I need to go to a gym class because I've been avoiding classes.
No, go to
Just been-
classes. That's where your people are at.
You might be right.
I know. I know.
Mm.
It's very rare I'll go to the gym without like just going on the treadmill or just going and doing my own thing. I'm usually there with a plan. I'm going to do my class with my people, and then I'm going to sauna with my people, and then I'm going to leave with my people.
Yeah. And what's so funny is because, like, where I moved from, I had so many girlfriends, I couldn't possibly even see them all. Like, if you were like, I want you to see them all in 1 month, I'd be like, there's no way. We all live too far. We all have different kid schedules, and there's too many of them. And so I think I'm just
Too
maybe
many.
missing that element. I had built like a pretty strong community there, you know?
I get it. 100%.
But
But
you're
you
moving to
actually,
somewhere where you've got the community already set up for you.
more or less, like I still need, like I have like a lot of my friends that I grew up with are there now. They're not here, which is, a big I moved back to Westchester really for my parents and for the people that have now all left to go to Florida. So yes, but I still am going to need a community of people that like are at the same school as the kids or doing the same activities as the kids because it works better. You could support one another when you're all in the same things together. So I'm still going to have to find and see what that looks like. But it is hard. I had a hard time here figuring that out because they went to preschool in one town and then now they're at school in another town. And now all those moms are like doing those town things, and not my town things. So now I'm like, I'm still kind of like split. But really, my gym friends have really become like my friends because you need friends outside of the kids' shit also, even though they all have same, amount of kids or ages or whatever. We really do try and find time just for ourselves, which is important. But anyways, you missed the whole Mr. Art teacher thing. So why did you bring
Yeah.
him up? What happened?
Well, because I felt like he made me feel smart for the first time ever. But he was an art teacher and he like wasn't smart. Not that he wasn't smart, but he's artistic, you know.
Look at your
But he was
background. Look at your
yeah,
background.
he made me feel like I could just try things and do things and like like it was very nice. And then I would get like I don't know if it was ADHD. I just hated school. So like I found myself going to the art room and being like, "Oh, Mr. Myers needs help setting up for something." And then I became
Yeah.
art club president. And then I wrote he was like, "You're like kind of smart. You should write this grants. Like we could go on a field trip." If he's like he's like, "I'm supposed to write these, but I don't want to. Like you want to give it a try." So then I would write some grants and I took our little art club on field trips and we got to go. Like I think some of the kids had never been to like LA or San Francisco. We took them. And that was
That's
cool.
awesome.
So like a good teacher just like makes you feel like, okay, you don't have to be good at everything. And I think sometimes school, because there's like every subject, makes you feel like you have to be good at every single thing. And like, look at me, I'm just moving up in life. I'm a boss of like people now.
But
Okay, you don't have
but
to be good at every single thing.
that's so on point though, because you find your niche and then you like excel at that thing. And then you're really good about finding other people to do all the other things. So you could focus on your thing. And then it just like all kind of trickles. Like where I try and stay in my lane too, but I can still go in the other lanes.
You
But
have the strategy
yeah,
view for sure. You've
yeah,
got the skill.
yeah. It
You're
was
moving
funny
up
actually.
too. New titles.
I just got off the phone with a client of ours. And it's funny because things like when you sign up for something, whether it's coaching or the gym or whatever it is, and like you're devoted, and then something happens that's life changing, like a parent, getting hurt or getting sick or your kid or whatever it is. And you have to put that on pause for like a real reason so that you can do and get done. Your family comes first. And so for him, he had to kind of take a step back so that he could focus on getting, his father better. And now this was like in November, now we're in April. And I am very good at, following up, touching base, like, even if they don't write back, like I at least sent the email or I sent the text. But, not everybody's like in the mental space to respond all the time, which is fine. But he told me today that his coach never reached out, never said anything. And I was like kind of taken back because as a coach, you want to make sure your people are okay. And if they're not okay, like you should still keep in touch, even though they're not paying you to be their coach. So I think that's something that I like to always say to people, it's important for you not to follow up just to follow up to check the box, but to follow up, especially with the people who really need it, because it will brighten their day that someone else is thinking about them. Kind of bringing it back to like what you said, like how you just wrote me, like, you're amazing, because it feels good. So I don't even know how I got here, but I think it's very good to touch base with the people in your life, whether they're working or personal, and just be like, hey, checking in.
Yeah.
I sometimes
In a
go to
world
like
of
my text
AI.
messages. And I just like scroll like 4 or 5 times and I see where it lands. And I'm like, I never finished that conversation, or, oh, I should really check in with that person, because I have like 100
Right.
text messages. It's impossible to keep it up.
Yeah. I recently changed my text message setting so that it deletes after 30 days because
No, I love to
I,
dig.
I just was like, this is too much. Like, if I didn't get back to it in 30 days and they don't circle back around, like, I'm not doing it either. But I do go through now because they disappear. It forces me to go through and be like, what am I missing?
Yeah. It's a good little exercise.
No, it really is. And it makes a difference in like this world where we just are like AI, like
Oh my God,
social
everything.
media.
It's really catching on to everybody now. Everyone's
When,
doing it.
yeah, oh my God, the realtors are out in full force making their little action
Full
figures.
force. Every time I see the dash in an email or in a post, I'm like, okay, we get it. You AI'd it.
Take
You
the
AI'd your
you can tell your
feelings.
GPT, no more of these dashes.
No dash. Oh, she's using the spray again. She can't help herself. I've been singing this song. I don't even know what it is.
Must my daughter's
Don't
favorite
you
song.
love me like I love you, baby? Don't you love me like I need you now?
And
Slayer
we have a
singing on
client.
repeat. I'm like, oh my
We have
God.
a client that is so cute. He is like a little beefcake, just works out all the time. He's at the gym. And he posted a reel that I thought was so funny because he was like me at the gym and he looked like kind of scary, you know. He's like, but they don't know what I'm listening to. And then you hear his headphones and it's like, but
Like singing the most like girliest song in his buffness.
yeah, and he's like this running with his arms off.
I mean, it's catchy. It's a very catchy song. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're at time. Happy Thursday. Apatapata, because we said so.
Love you long time. Bye.
Love you long time.
To like and subscribe and follow this podcast.
Fast.
Say, I got an itchy bum.
I got a syndrome.
Oh, you said that very clear. Can you say podcast?
Podcast.
Okay, well, we'll see you next week.